to everyone. May that obibia ase baby bia wo bia no nyame enhira won on your kese. So we're joining in on Devarishi Asamoah platform on Facebook. Momo Bebre, you have seen me before, but sometimes you have misconceptions about what is our teachings and nipa nkofo we kra no den omuka. What do they have for humanity? So and they abawa kwemu Mr. Obaswa na share video no amayen. Also you can like our page Devarishi does Asamoah. Nyame inshiramu. And the epesi di enkomo. This is a topic, Yatunidin, the signs of self-realization. The signs of self-realization. It's in itself per se, what discussion we asia mesre se obese umre na what imagine so ache. Because so when you so ancha eduane no unti nede, you will not enjoy whatever we are going to discuss this night if you don't become patient. At least just say umre kakra ni tie die maker. Say if it's important to you, if you can gain some knowledge, you can benefit from it, it will be very wonderful. So mestre say obaswa no one share. You share the video, you invite more friends, you tag more friends. Meda obi bia ase. Nyame nhyiramo. Inti emre bebre no sometimes no and because we are in this material world, we are seeing there are some questions that every human being, there are some questions that you have to ask yourself in life. So what we are seeing na say you breathe, you eat, you mate, you defend. There are some very, very important questions that you should ask yourself. As I say, will be some say, and if I'm free by, where am I coming from? Why am I here in this material world? Why? I didn't think you me or Ghana. I didn't think you me or Nigeria. I didn't think you me or America. I didn't think you me to a busiami woman. I didn't think you me were busiami. Mekrano a day in a bar, my face is being designed like this. What is the purpose of life? Maybe we are saying, maybe co school. I just came to this earth planet to go to school. After studying, get a work. After work, maybe you get married, give birth, build house, buy cars, and at the end dies. Is that real life? And any abrabo anyankopon de ba wiase say meyana. Why are we here in this material world? Me kra no adentina me ba wiase mu. These are some questions that every intelligent man should ask him, he or herself. You should ask these very important questions. Because without discovering or understanding yourself, you cannot understand life. Wankasa no unti uhuase. You don't know baby a ufribaye, unim baby a woko, and one is you are just living a life just like that. You are just living a life because say you want to you have to go to school, you have to work, you have to marry, you have to have a child. Is this life? These are some of the questions that you should ask yourself. This is a very, very deep topic. Science of self-realization. We live life just like that. We just do whatever a we don't consider the purpose of life. What so all the time we continue to make mistakes here and there. Every time we are making mistakes. Because you yourself, you have not really understand the kind of person you are. So how can you be able to move on life? Yeah. So when things becomes very difficult, you put blames on witches, you put blames on witchcrafts, you put blames to your father, you put blames to your sisters, your family members, that they are the cause of your problem. But you yourself, you have not really understand who you are, where you are coming from, where you are going after death, the aim of life, why you are here. Always problems here and there. And you always move from one place to another because the people that you are consulting, you have not really asked them who you are. They have not really defined the person you are. What are the lifestyle you should live? The kind of people you should associate yourself with. These are very, very important topics. You have to ask these questions. You have to ask it. I didn't think I was as you so. Always I'm suffering. Is God partial? Obi I'm my neighbor. This person was looking for a job or pejuma or didn't receive it call ya fano by your family. Why say media minya juma and no the 1 year juma? Is God partial? Mikra said ebi krana me sumini. I worship God very well, but the person who is staying with me in the same house is not worshiping God fully. It's not dedicated. But why? He was accepted in the work. These are questions me see obi bia woda udwini bia no. You should ask this question. Mr. Don't judge a book by its cover. Mr. So niema me Kenya sia because you're very deep. And you're very deep. Be patient. We don't have patience. Patience many of us. So how can we understand life? How can you understand life? Me person will benefit from this topic. I want you to benefit from this topic so that you have a change of consciousness. You have a change of consciousness and how you see things from tomorrow. I want you to learn something this night. Anything about me person me share these deep secrets, these deep Vedic science. It taking long years to acquire this kind of knowledge, but I've come to you to share with you. Yes, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. If you don't know yourself, wabrabono, you have not even started. If you don't know who you are, sometimes when you ask somebody who you are, or please, who are you? If you ask this very important topic, if you ask somebody, who are you? You will see somebody, or because say, I am Mr. and Mrs. That, okay? And I come from Ghana, I come from UK, I come from US, I come from Italy. This is bodily designations. Or because you say, oh, me your friend Mr. Maxwell, I come from Ghana, I come from this and that and that. But that is not you. Wanka Sano, that is not you. I want to go very deep for you to understand who we are. We are spirit souls, part and parcel of God. As soon as we desire, this statement is a very, very important thing. Why we are in this material world. The reason why you want to see, I want to define it for you to understand. We are part and parcel of God. Yes, some people say, there's some school of thought, but you say, Nyankopon, we are smaller gods. Okay? But the real thing is, we are part and parcel of God. And God is eternal. One, God is eternal. God is eternal. So as we are also eternal. From there, I will explain to you why we are eternal. We are eternal spirit beings. Okay? We are eternal. We have the same potency with God. We are with God the same in qualities. We are with God same in qualities, but not in quantity. Senya usa insio efi epumu. If you fetch water from the ocean and you take it to a laboratory, okay? When you do a test on it, the same elements that you find in the water that you fetch from the ocean to the laboratory, that same element will be also seen in the big ocean. So we have three qualities of God. We call it Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat, eternal. Chit, conscious. Ananda, always blissful. These are the three qualities we have. We have these three qualities with God. Yani Nyankopon is eternal, blissful, and always conscious. So we have the same qualities with God. But as soon as the living entity, we desire to be the Lord of everything. We want to be masters. We want to be proprietors. We want to be the enjoyer of this material world. Now we are being kicked down to this material world. So that is the reason why we are here. So many people are missing things. As soon as the living entity, because we are part and parcel of God, fire, the fire, also a jar. When a journey air there, you see some particles that comes out from the fire. These are sparks. We call them sparks. This sparks comes out from the fire. And as soon that spark comes out from the sparks diminish. You see, say the fire no, and I said sparks na efi ejenimu ekwa abonten no edum. That is who we are. That is who we are. We are out of from the fire. The main source, Ejana Ederena, that is the God, that is the supreme God himself, that we should always be inside the fire and enjoy the same qualities of the Lord. We desire to experience outside. We want to enjoy some pleasures outside from the fire. So as the sparks come out from the fire, the sparks comes out from the fire, the spark diminish, a doom. So that potency, so genuine you have, and I see you possesses that qualities that you possesses when you are with God. When you come out from the fire, you don't have that energy or potency again. Very deep and broad topic. Very deep. Semestra Obaswa no share the video, because many people, many of us, we don't understand our life. We don't understand who we are. So I'm going deep for you to understand who you are. We are part and parcel of God, and because we are desiring to be masters, we are desiring to be the proprietor, we are desiring to be the enjoyer, we are being kicked to this material world. And as soon as you come to this world, because you have that desire, you are always thinking, I want to be a master so that people will serve me. This is the consciousness that we are having. But because the real enjoyer is the Supreme Lord, God, ofreni Nyankopon, ofreni Chineke, ofreni Osonobua, ofreni Mawu, ofreni Allah, we call him Krishna. We call him Krishna. Krishna, I know so many of you have been watching Bollywood movies and you have heard of Krishna, but you never understand, you never know what is this name. Krishna, some people believe that Krishna is one Indian god. We don't have Ghana god. We don't have US god. We don't have Saudi Arabia god. We don't have Nigerian god. We have only one God. But what makes the difference is languages. How you address your God. So some call him Krishna. It doesn't make God different. Some call him Jehovah. It doesn't make God different. Some call him Allah. It doesn't make God different. It's just languages. We have millions and thousands languages in the world. And all this language, they address God according to their own understanding. So when we say Krishna, Krishna simply means God who is all attractive. That is the meaning of Krishna. Krishna simply means God who is all attractive. So let's get back to our topic, signs of self-realization. So we don't understand the reason why we are here. A lot of us think that we are being nurtured from beginning, from our foundation, Yamaya tiase se ube wiase na se wan ko school a na se wan nye adwuma na se wan ware a wan si dan a ana se wan toka, your life is useless. This is the kind of mindset people are projecting. This is the mindset of people. And Nehemiah man say, without all these material things, we are not, our life is useless. But that is not life. Huh? That is not definition of life. Life doesn't depend on material things. Going to school, yes, it's essential, it's important, but that doesn't define life. It doesn't define who you are. When you ask somebody, who are you? I'm Mr. This, I'm Mr. That, I'm that. No, that is not you. That is your material body. That is the body. That is the body. But you yourself, you are a spirit soul with three qualities. Sat, Chit, Ananda, eternally blessed and conscious. You have these three qualities. That's why sometimes people say we have the potency of God. Yes, we have the potency of God because we also possesses the qualities of God. But quantitatively, God is different. We are qualitatively same with God, but quantitatively, we are different with God. Okay? Intino, yekase one wanya. Who are you? You are a spirit soul that dwells inside this body. And intina sometimes will be wua. Yes, say nipano oko ninkrechi nipano onihobiem. Why? Because the real person that you are relating with is no more in that body. That is the real self. That is real self, the real self. And many a times we forget ourselves. Say we are buying nice things to beautify this material body. This body, ye to cream akesiye, ye to enua akesiye, ye shishe eyelashes, ye shishe nails, ye to nioma akesiye, all to beautify this material body. But one thing that you are forgetting, say the real self na eti body we muno na eye yankasano, we miss that person. We miss it. We miss it. It's like there's a story. There's a story. And the story is that one woman, she bought a parrot, a very beautiful bird, and put the bird inside a cage. So this woman, every day, she was very attentively and consciously cleaning the cage of the bird. She was always cleaning the cage of the bird, but was forgetting to feed the bird inside the cage. Every day, Biano, or be cleaning a cage no or the entomago epunsium no apipa hu senia there will be no even single death on the cage. But this woman forgot to give food to the animal, to the bird inside the cage. That is our life. This is what we are doing. Every day we are spending so much money. We are spending, we are to turn beautifying this body. Every day we spend millions, thousands, Ghana cities, thousands of Ghana cities. Yet to turn you better me human hair. You better see a ton human hair. Ni akoto 300,000, 3,000 Ghana cedis. You better see a ton eyelashes, 500 Ghana cedis. You better see a ton ring. Ni akoto 2,000 Ghana cedis. You better see a ton atadie, 500 Ghana cedis. You better see a ton impabwa, 2,000 Ghana cedis. All these things we are doing them to beautify this body. Yeah, when it does. But the real self na we are forgetting to feed that person. If say that person one day will leave this body and this body will be useless. We forget. Huh? Yeah, to turn your market, see, yeah, to cars. Near to dying, near to see. Obi beti mansion, a big mansion. Somebody can build a big mansion, and this big mansion contains 25 bedrooms, 10 bedrooms, 15 bedrooms, 10 bedrooms inside this same house. And that same house, he will sleep in one room. Please listen to me very carefully. This person will build a big mansion that contains 5, 10, 15 bedrooms. But the person who built this bedroom is going to stay inside one bedroom. Have you think about it? Have you analyzed it? This person that built that mansion, he's going to sleep in one bedroom. And inside that one bedroom, he's just sleeping in one corner of the room. Do you understand this point? You build a big mansion. And this mansion, you have maybe 20, 15 bedrooms. But that person is sleeping in one of the bedroom. And that bedroom is sleeping only in one corner of the bedroom. If you are a thinker, you analyze this very carefully. We are spending so much for this body. We are saying sika kesie. But the real self now, we are forgotten. Have you ever asked yourself that always I'm eating to fill this belly? I'm eating to fill this belly. But the real self, say sometimes, oh, you're in a hospital, your baby will say, what is wrong with you? You will say, I'm having stomach pain. I'm having headache. I'm having hand pain. All these things. If you analyze it very well, you will see that you yourself is different from the part of your body. Like now, if you mistaken, or maybe you had an accident. Somebody had an accident and they have to amputate or cut one of the legs. Okay? They cut one of the legs. It doesn't change the person. The person remain the same. The person can eat, it can sleep, it can do everything. But one of the leg is gone. Is the leg the person? No. That is not the person. The person is within the body. The person, until sometimes we spend so much, we miss the the main thing now you buy for, we miss it. Now you spend it from childhood. Now you titi and say, as you say, we go school. Yes, you have to go to school, you have to work, you have to marry, you have to give birth to children, you have to buy car, you have to buy house, you have to do this and do that. If you don't do all these things, your life is useless. This is the consciousness. This is what we are projecting to the children or the next generation, the people that are coming. And no near projecting the real aim of life, they miss it. They miss it. Signs of self-realization. We have to understand, we have to realize ourselves, who we are. So if you don't know who you are, Mr. You can't go anywhere. Abrabono ensiso diobiyebiano enkos enkoyima. Because you have not really defined or understand yourself. So, we are within this body. Sometimes we'll be say, okay, we are within this body. What about the one we see in a dream state? Yes. So I want you to understand this material, this gross body, according to the Bible say Nyankopon edenensa any notie any sio na enwini nipa. Yes, okay. That is the story of the Bible. But according to the Vedic literatures, the ancient philosophy, the ancient knowledge, this material body, this body is made up of 5 elements. This material body is made up of 5 elements. Now, me said these 5 elements, you yourself, I want to explain to you so that you understand. Say, no, it's because the ancient philosophy and ancient science, they go very deep and understand about human being, understand about the living entities. One thing is say, according to the Vedic literature, there are 5 elements, and these 5 elements is air, water, fire, ether, and what? Air, fire, water, ether, and earth. These are the 5 elements. These are the 5 elements. First thing is say obi wua. Adia obi hu say nipa no ewu. One thing obi hu say obi ewu. First thing is that the person doesn't breathe again. Nipa no enhumi biem. Yes, that is the air. Nipa no enhumi ebiem. That the presence of consciousness or breathing is not present within the dead body. That is the first sign. The second sign is when the body lies down for some minutes or some hours, you see that the body becomes very cold. That shows that there's fire within this body. A jabi ewo hunamudia wemo. Okay? Eja ebi ewo hunamudia wemo. So the body becomes very cold. That is the second sign. Third sign, it is say, se nipa ni da ho cha, ubehu se nsuo efi hunamudia ni mu eba. Water is coming out from the body of the dead. That is the third sign. Fourth sign, and it's a nipani da ho ye won kabia eba. There's some smell bia obeti. You perceive around the place the dead body. Ubeti say embon, but your friend of ether. Some people call it sky. Your friend of ether. Okay? And also ewo. The last one says you see nipa na say nipa eda wachai or pro no pro the body turns into earth. Ebeye not here. These are the 5 elements forming this material body. Okay? So now you have understand the gross body. What about the body that you see in dream? Sometimes ubeda no what should I say US, but maybe Ghana. Sometimes ubeda now what starting go school, but you have completed school. That body that dream that's a form now more than you feel say it's you that you are going to school in your dream, but you have completed school. So where is that body? That body is called subtle body. A subtle metaphysical body. That is what a lot of sages and I say yogis, they use that body to travel, do astral traveling. Sometimes when you go to Himalayas, Obiawako India da, if you have gone to India and I say Himalayans, you see a lot of yogis and I say we call them yogis or babajis or ascetics. They sit down for years. For 30 years. you will not believe it, but there are some festival be a friend of Kumbh Mela. There are some ceremony or festival in India be a friend of Kumbh Mela. That Kumbh Mela no, you on years, sometimes 12 years, sometimes 4 years. There are different people, different sages, and I say ascetics they come out from the Himalayas. Omuba, Obioha, we did 1,000 years, but Obu acronym age. Yes. Yes, you can say 1,000 years. Yes, we did 1,000 years, but he's still alive. Through austerity. Wow. You have gone very, very deep. So those people, they can use the subtle body to penetrate the astral tunnel. And I say, media call other planets, go to other realms. Okay? So that body, mostly we communicate with that body or receive some things with that body. We won't say, we performing, sometimes you see yourself flying, all those things. These are the activity of the subtle body or metaphysical body. Now that body, and that body. 3 things: the mind, the intelligence, and the false ego. These are the 3 things that makes up the subtle body: mind, intelligence, and false ego. If somebody die, that subtle body, and in the soul, and the free body, the subtle body and the spirit soul, Nipanankasano, they move from that body to where they want to go. Different destination. Maybe a Senipano abo abrabo kronkroa. Nipani timi go back to Nyankopon. But Okon Nyankopon, it doesn't carry that subtle body. The subtle body is being dropped. Okay? The subtle body is dropped. Into the subtle body na yehu or dayemono. And no is made up of 3 elements: mind, intelligence, and false ego. And no yankasa, but yankasa no ewo mu. I say oshatadia. If you wear clothes, oshatadia obeshi singlet. You don't address say oni atadie no, and answer only singlet. No. So we are inside this material body, the subtle body. Okay? That is the real self. Now, every day we spend so much money. You say sika, you say sika eto ton nema, eto ton tadia kesia, eto to shoes kesia, eto to phones kesia, eto to daya kesia, but we are missing the real self. Na real self no odidi, anasa oda. Need ejuma ben na the real self no oye. We have to understand this. If we don't understand this, we miss our priority in life. We miss it. The science of self-realization is for us to understand ourselves. Where are we going after death? Many people, they have so many misconceptions. The soul is always conscious. The soul doesn't go and sleep anywhere. They will say, so be who I say, may your soul rest in peace. The soul doesn't rest. It's a very wrong statement. Okay? So be who you think say ni panic oda baby. Misra onkoda baby aye. The person is going for another assignment, another work, because the soul is always conscious. The real self no only say or time be or that and I say over time be or tina baby a change baby. No. So that mindset now obia say okwakoda baby misra obia wu onkoda baby a. Based on your activities on this earth planet no. Se wabrabo esonyamiania. If you are able to qualify yourself to be part of God, you have been able to purify yourself to be in association of God. The time you die, you leave this material world and go back to the kingdom of God. But wow, abrabo and sonya mieni, abrabo biana wo bo insana wo nom edwama nsem nima boni chichachichanemu gossiping. You are doing all these things. Then you think say your soul will go and rest somewhere? No. Based on your activities, abraba ubebo wiasimono will determine say wo yema wa ponchi body a ebe fatao. Wo yema wo dwan body a ebe fatao. Upe mapa na upe op emai yebe ma wa kwan send your obetimi I enjoy your that kind of mindset and I say sex life nitino wo obey monkey and I say wo obey ponchi so that there will be freelances for you to perform that sex activities. Yes. Won't you see a very deep, very, very deep and broad. Huh? Based on your activities. Huh? Abrabona o bonus is here will determine your next life. Abraboya o bono. So abrabono eso nyamiania. Enya very good. You say encrophobic they want to go to heaven. Many people want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. Why? Have you asked this question? Many people are interested of going to heaven. They want to go and enjoy their life in heaven, but they are free to die. Why? The secret is that because of their sinful activities. Omusro say owu enea, how can I be accountable to my activities? Abrabo amabono maybe go bu aten sen. Huh? You bisa me say then I made my brabo boya. How can I explain myself? Intino opeso koho. He want to go and enjoy that pleasure in heaven, but he doesn't want to die because usro se owua enema waye nema boni na waye ni nyina no ye de be bono so Yebebisa no. A lot of people are so much deep and consigned and very deep. They want to go to heaven, but they don't want to die. How can you go there with this your material body? Because that place, you can't use this your material body there. What do you mean you see the huh? What do you mean you see no? As I say, Yabra Bonori refine our life. We have to refine our activities. We have to refine things, how we see things. We have to refine the kind of consciousness. We have to refine them. If you want to believe, say, baby, why? Say, go enjoy it. You have to refine your lifestyle. Huh? Say, refine it, bravo. Yes. It's in the message say, Obibia, you are on this platform now. Try much as possible. Say, we want to help. We took a long time to acquire this kind of knowledge. We are not selfish that we want to keep this knowledge to ourselves. We want to share with you. I'm not saying you should be part of me. I want your life to be a perfect life. I want your life to be changed. I want you to live a meaningful life. I want your life to be a meaningful one. Huh? Into the message say, your best son, your bravo, the aim of life, the reasons we are here, and I say, Nientia ye wahanene say, we are here for only one thing. Any other thing is secondary. Okay? Any other thing is secondary. A second thing. Yes, you can go to school. You can marry. You can go to school, marry, build a house. You can do all these things. But if you miss the aim of life, huh? You are here mainly to worship Him. And until now, because according to the Vedic literatures, it says that this earth planet, Asamoah, is called Doga Chati. Doga Chati means a prison house. This place is a prison house. That no matter how fame you have, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how riches you are, no matter how wealthy you are always miserable. Huh? You are always miserable. Sometimes people think, say, Omo mu wosikano, ana omo omani jipa. I heard this story from my teacher, one of my teachers. Or catch them and say one day there was a very wealthy person in this world, Mr. Boeing. Me teacher biho. Your friend Mr. Boeing. Or no yet Boeing aircrafts. Okay. Now one day, I call for interview, and the presenter asked him that, "Sir, you are considered one of the richest men in the world, and I can see that you are so happy. Your life is fulfilled to become a rich man in the world." Did you know the statement that came out from Mr. Boeing? He says, "I'm the most miserable person in this world." This is what he said. "I'm the most miserable person in the world." because you know what happened? Or Baba Akupe. Anna Nebano wanted to study zoologist. He want to be a zoologist, okay? So he have completed his school. He is going for practicals in the zoo. So he went to the zoo. Now, of course, zoo no. You didn't call one of the cage na lion ewomu. Now mistakenly the guard now or didn't call inside, you know. Something happened. God in everything he left the guy inside the cage. And the lion consumed this boy. Use this boy as his breakfast. Or boy ne pasa. Inti ne papa yi ne baba akopɛ no is gone. So he considered himself very miserable. One time I was traveling and I was inside a car and I saw a very nice, beautiful car. And I was trying to see the person driving the car. I said, this is very, very beautiful car. The person that owned this car is very rich and very, very happy to have that car. I mean, it is almost maybe 17 or 20 years ago. Okay, so that car was a very big car at that time. So I was looking to see the person driving the car, and I could see a woman driving the car, and the woman was crying. She was driving and was crying. Within my mind, I was thinking, say, you're supposed to be very happy. You're supposed to, very happy. But this woman was crying. That means she was facing some difficulties. She was facing some difficulties that is making her to see pouring, water or soon or driving, but was crying. There I realized that even rich men, they also have difficulties. So what the Vedic literature says that this material world, this material earth is a prison house. I just believed it because sometimes we become happy, sometimes we become so much disturbed. So the real place that we will enjoy the real happiness, that happiness na just a minute, that is happiness. The highest pleasure in this material world, you can say the highest pleasure, asasi way so just small, and then sex life, and then the highest pleasure we are seeing. But in the kingdom of God, won't call hoda. But for we to understand all these things, we need to ask somebody. So Yewu ba asasi wesua. Who will tell you your father? If you say now Yawu abawiase, one a better o papa. Ayo mommy, it's your mother who will tell you this is your father. So if we want to understand this material world, we have to go back to the scriptures. We have to go back to the scriptures. The scriptures is the Vedas. The Vedic literatures, Vedas. There we can understand about life. Why we are here. Where are we going? Why are we born into Ghana? Some people will be framing or be catching me. Oh, meaning be to cry your woman to a busion way mo. A busion way dear basem qua basem. You are saying because you don't know the reason why you buy abusua anymore. I don't think you abrochire. I don't think you some krobia or enjoyment in Quanomo because of your activities. And in the law of nature design say, "Wo, brabusua we mo na obawa e won mo na be fatal." Timeda obi bia se wonya amre ebetie yen. You can like our page, and also you can